I'm sure they really appreciate the attention and detail that you guys put into it because not every center is going to take that level of care. And so it shows up because the way you take care of that spills over to almost anything else, right? That's why the bathrooms are always a good signal to the rest of the center is what you do there kind of shows what you do everywhere else.
Yes. And if you go out to our reviews, you'll see all our reviews are how
Hmm.
clean. I just brought on the cleaner who was working for me part time, asked me to come on full time. And I'm like, I could definitely use you full time now. Now the place is really
Right.
sparkling. You thought it was
Oh,
clean
yeah.
before. You should see it now.
Right.
He's
Goes a
great.
long way. Yeah, it goes a long way. I'd say that's top three things that people look for.
And I would rather have him on my payroll than outsource that any day of the week. I just,
Hmm.
maybe in some people's eyes, putting him on the payroll, you pay the extra taxes, you pay the unemployed. But to me, it's a small amount to be able to say, hey, today I need you to do this. And today we got this going on. I believe, and I'm not a control freak, but I just believe it gives us better control over what we need done and when we need it done. When you have
Plus the
contracts,
buy-in, like the
yes,
buy-in, they have like some ownership, like this is my house kind of thing. Like that,
yes,
the extra tax that you might pay pales in comparison to that, the result that brings.
yes, definitely. Yeah,
Hmm.
and they do. He just does a great job. So you just, to me, I think it's well worth it.
Yeah,
It worked out for us anyway.
yeah, no, that's nice because, like I was saying, that's a huge thing for people when they're evaluating their experience. But I know we're coming up to the top of the hour. I know you have a lot of things to do, so I wanted to get to the future before we
Okay.
run out of time. So, where you think see things going for the next 12 to 18 months, both maybe for J lanes as well as kind of the industry overall.
For us, for the next couple months, we're looking at upgrading our software. We're excited about that. Upgrading all the pin pads. Our system is over 5 years old now, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to looking into the kiosk and putting that up and seeing how that's going to play into our food plan.
Mhm.
That's another hopefully solution to our problem to where to the food being done correctly. And
Right.
yeah, I think it'll help. So I think that's one of them. We have a couple of ideas that we're looking at that we might have to look into laser tag. That's been a while. We might have to look into upgrading some of that stuff. And that's kind of on my plate for next year to look
Mhm.
into that and see what
Okay.
either do I want to replace all of them or do all the vest and the software, or do I just want to try to upgrade it? So I'm not,
Mhm.
that's going to be a decision that we'll probably
Yeah.
look at later on.
Which system do you
But
guys use?
what's that?
What system do you guys use?
Helio laser?
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Helio. It was from Zone Laser Tag. They're
Okay.
Helio. They were Helios at
Mhm.
the time. Yeah, I mean, it's great. I mean, I have fun when I get in there. So I like it.
Yeah, you guys have a nice setup, nice arena.
It's small and cute and
Hmm.
but it's nice. I brought my kids up there, which is my husband came in one night to pick them up, and he's like, "The kids are running all around." And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, there's Aunt Jack, Uncle Jack over there, and Aunt Shirley's there, and my cousin Vicky's there, and my cousin Rocky's over there. My kids aren't going anywhere."
Right.
You know? And he's like, "Oh my
It's
gosh,
family.
yeah!" Everybody was bowling. The men bowled on one side, the women bowled on the other on Wednesday night, and we were all
Hmm.
everybody was fine. And I believe that experience with me is going on to other people as well. And I love when I see people bringing their kids in, they're comfortable, they're letting them have a good time and have fun. And I always say that I'm glad that I'm in that industry because we're in
Hmm.
the fun industry.
Right.
And I don't know, that's kind of cool. I mean, we have a lot of fun. So where the industry is going, I see it. I see us from Bowl Expo and talking to other people. Everybody kind of is just riding the wave right now. I think after COVID, people have a whole new, brand new view of how they look at their downtime, or they
Hmm.
want more downtime. And I think that's part of a lot of us who were up in 2021, 2022, especially, I think. And then some of us are still up. And I just think people no longer want to work every single minute of their day anymore. I think they're
Hmm.
taking time away and going out and having fun with family and friends now. And I think we'll continue to do that.
Hmm.
And hopefully, I just see our industry growing and going in the right direction. And it's just amazing to be part of it. I love going to Bowl Expo. I go to Winter Summit. I have a great time. I walk away with something new every time. And it's not always in the seminars, even though they're good, but it's
Hmm.
not always in the seminars. Sometimes it's that luncheon that I sat next to somebody that I did not know with a center somewhere that I didn't even know existed. But that little bit of information that they give me is very helpful. So,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy how open proprietors are, right? Like some industries, I think people keep their secrets a little more, but because most towns only have one center, maybe two, they're just so
right.
open. They're just like, "Hey, take this. I hope it works for you," and they just share everything.
Yes, they do.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of taken back in the very beginning. I was amazed and I was very touched. Yeah, and I think that was all part of the success, really, too.
Hmm.
Listening to them, listening to bowlers, listening to people, listening to my employees. I think sometimes that's all. We're all. If I ever write something out, I usually at the end of the year after New Year's Eve, and all had a very long night. I always put out there. It's always we. It's us. It's never me or mine. It's
Yeah.
not. It's everybody contributes to the whole. It just is. Everybody plays their part. They do it well, and they've done it very well. I am very fortunate. My mechanic has been there for 37 years. He knows the machinery like the back of his hand.
Yeah.
He asked me what I'm going to do in the next 6 years, but I'll worry about that when it gets close.
Right. Exactly. It'd be time for string machines.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Awesome.
Um,
Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.